Hello, Marvel fans. Welcome to episode of Marvel Talk with your hosts,
Nick
and Chris. And we're doing a comic book review today.
That's right. It's been a while since we did one of these, and we figured why not do it tonight. Also, we just got done watching Wish, so go check that out. That's a free plug. A 9 out of 10. Great movie. Great way to celebrate Disney's 100, etc. So let's get right into it. First and foremostly, if you are new to the channel, hi, welcome. Please subscribe. We are trying to get 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And on Instagram, we'll have a link down below. We are trying to get to 150, and we're so close to that as well. So I'm going to start off because mine is the shorter one of the video. So we're going to go through Mary Jane and Black Cat, and this is actually probably one of my favorite one-shots, although I think they did more of these, but I feel like that they did it feels off. This just feels like a nice one-shot and everything, and we're gonna go into it. So it actually starts off with Peter in the hospital. Mary Jane's there already, but Felicia kind of tells you that she's there for Peter and that she's there because she loves him and everything. And as she enters, this guy named Rob enters in with a gun against Peter. Now he threatens to like hurt Peter because Black Cat needs to get him the hood, which we'll get into in a little bit. But the reason why that they're so nervous is because Peter does have spider senses, and if he does shoot him, Peter will react and involved and would cause people to know who he is. So they agree to basically do that. However, Felicia actually asks Mary Jane to go with her and say that she's like part of her crew, but she's not. But she knows that if she's with Felicia, there's a good chance she's not going to get hurt. But she says that she's part of the crew because Felicia does say to go home, but she's like, no, I'm part of the crew. We're going to go get my mans. And they end up going to a guy named Drax, who is like a thug who loves movies. And Felicia actually ends up trying to get him to like say how much. He gives her an amount, and it's like, that would be a couple of days. And then he's like, nah, too bad. It's when you get there. And then all of a sudden, the lovely, talented Mary Jane comes in. And he knows Mary Jane. He's like, oh, it's the great Mary Jane, how honorable. Like, he just goes on. And as they're talking about like actors and everything, they're already picking up like one of the thugs are already like looking at like stuff for like who could be doing it and everything. So they have like a nice long talk, and Mary Jane is even like, well, he's a sweetheart. And they start to attack like other villains, and one of them is like a joke character, as they confirm it in the book, is Shocker. So you're like the Rhino and everyone else that's in there. It's all really fun. I think that the Shocker joke was really fun because they end up saying like, I feel bad for Shocker, but like then they're like, nah, it's okay, that's what he's made for. But then they get a lead, and apparently it is Tombstone who has what they need, has the hood, and it's up to them. So they're like, and Felicia even says, Black Cat says like, he thinks 2 steps ahead of us, so we have to think like 3 steps ahead of him. So she ends up fakely breaking in and everything and finding Tombstone just to be screwed over. They go into this nice fight and escape and everything. So that Mary Jane, which is like my favorite part of this, look at that, is like the actress. Yeah, she rocks the outfit. Even Felicia says that she didn't know that she would be able to rock the jumpsuit, but she did, and she acted like Tombstone and got everything that they needed. However, it turns out that the hood is actually a living thing, right here. So they go back to Rob, and Felicia ends up wearing the coat as like a little gag. And he's like, take it off, but no. So she's like, I'm going to give it to you, but she made a deal with the hood, and it eats him. And Mary Jane is horrified. But it ends up eating him, and that's what she wanted. Then we get to probably one of my favorites, the best part of this, when Peter wakes up and says that he has that dream again. Please be gentle. As in, he dreams about this a lot with them. And then we get to probably the best part of this. They reconcile with each other. Mary Jane and Felicia start to talk, and as they keep talking, Black Cat's like, yeah, I was like the bad girl and everything, and like that's all I'll be known. Mary Jane ends up laughing and says that she was actually the bad girl, the partier, and she has to live up to a dead girl, which was a joke, and Stacy, which is like a harmless joke. Don't like get offended by it. It's like a nice little like joke, like, I have to live up to like a dead person who was Peter's most important person, and they reconcile and everything. And she even says that like, Peter loves you and I love you, this was fun. And she's like, you really are, and Felicia's like, you really are perfect, aren't you? And she's like, yep, and don't you forget it. And it just ends with them like just, you know, talking about how Peter get two beautiful women. It's like, well, maybe we feel, another joke is that maybe we feel bad for him because he keeps getting beat up, which is not true, but it's a nice joke. And it ends with that. And I think this is probably one of the best possible one-shots, because I don't know if they made it anymore. I never followed it. I never did a follow-up on this, but this was great. I'm so glad I picked this up at the comic book shop. This is definitely worth a read. This is a 10 out of 10 for a comic book. Definitely a 10 out of 10, or at least for an issue, a 5 out of 5. It's fantastic, and I really recommend you guys pick it up. It's really great. All right, Christopher, it's your turn now.
Okie dokie. So this was a recent comic I bought like a little while ago. I believe you all remember. I think I showed it.
Yeah,
Deadpool 7. Yeah, Deadpool 7 Slaughters.
I didn't have time to read it yet, so this is like massive spoilers for me.
Well, don't worry. When you get this review, you'll find out it's definitely worth it.
All right, try not to go into too much spoilers, please.
Yeah, it's gonna try to be quick and simple. So basically, this is all like basically 7 stories all into one.
It's one of those things.
Yeah. So basically, the first story is Possibilities, which starts with Deadpool mulling overall his realized and potential multiverse selves, as you can see right here. Like there's him in like a black suit, and he's helping Spider-Man over there, and there he's over there, I believe. Yeah, in like his X-Force suit, which I'm correct about. And apparently, so like that's the story about that one. And it pretty much ends with him like pretty much shooting some douche, apparently, that's fella. Now the next story is Tuesday, and it's covering an average Tuesday in the life of Deadpool, which includes contract killing and cyborg babes and annoyingly cliched mercenary. So as you can see right here, he's like with some guy who's like helping him, looking like through the jungle, but nope, it's actually at a house full of chicks.
My turn to do that.
Yes. Yeah. So. And. But it turns out these chicks, it turned out. Oh. Apparently they got robot hands.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
Yep. And apparently he kills them, and apparently it turns out they're. Right here. Turns out they're all like robots. Pretty. So yeah, cyborgs pretty much. And he meets the fellow who had this place, and he just goes
pretty much
like he's pretty much does. Okay, now the next story is Lady Anime, is where Deadpool battles an old foe, actually, which funny is from an original X-Force run in 2004, actually, which actually this is like the only story in this book that was made by Liefeld, actually. And so, and in case if you ever read that X-Force, this is who this fellow was, this former group member that he ends up fighting. And apparently she actually ends up turning into like little anime looking characters, as you see right there. And doing a little hee. And she even turns Deadpool into an anime. But then yeah, so eventually he goes back to normal, and he just gets a letter saying as a goodbye from Lady Anime, which was her. All right, and next up we got Walking Papers, which in this story Deadpool forces to face off against Domino and his own conscience. So, yep, apparently in this one he's actually goes up against Domino, who's one of his personal lovers.
That's correct.
So yep, like right here, like it goes all off on blasting everything. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Woohoo.
Yep, and still going shooting and everything.
Yeah, that's very spoiler.
Yeah. But eventually he ends up deciding to do what he must do and decides to blow himself up because he just wanted the cash. But eventually, when he faces off against the guy who paid him to do this, he ends up killing him. Now, this next one is No Spider Blues. It's about Deadpool wiggling through a loophole to fulfill a contract to protect his undisputed best friend, Spider-Man, all at the same time. And apparently meets, like, as he quoted, like a Jean Grey in a Halloween costume. Oh, yep, and apparently if you all knew Dark Web.
I read Dark Web.
Yeah, well, apparently here's like Ben Reilly. Actually, he has Chasm.
Yeah.
And apparently you can see right here, he's actually wearing the Scarlet Spider outfit.
I actually should review one. I actually should review that.
Hey.
Let's guys, let's know in the comments down below if you want me to talk about that.
So yeah, Chasm and Deadpool have a little fight. But then, at least she comes in and stops them both, and because apparently she wants to kill him, but that obviously doesn't end up happening. But actually, he reveals like why he was doing what he was doing, and it says about this guy here. Right here was the one who told him to do it, like the job he was supposed to, but. As a way to make it a win-win for both Deadpool and this Shakir, he just sends a box to the door of this guy, and what does he get? A head with spider legs.
My God, this is a long ass issue, man.
And
looks like next time I'm gonna have to do the longer one.
Next up, we got Tunnel of Love, which follows Deadpool teaming up with Diamondback and Outlaw to help the Morlocks with an infestation problem. As they're face off against these things. And Riley meets a chick along the way. And apparently he ends up running into a dog. So you can see right there. And apparently it turns into... turns into a beast, as you can see right here. And of course things get pretty messy, and of course goes guns blazing all over it and ends up killing it. And this lady end up leaving. And last but not least is Love at First Slaughter, where Deadpool takes a job thwarting AIM and meets the superpower killer of his dreams, named Sanction. So, really, he is in his bed, like, probably dreaming of chicks and being like, oh yeah, give me some of that.
Give me some of them goodies.
Yeah, apparently these little things he ends up running into. And here he is. He ends up meeting his lady Sanction right there. And along this whole thing, apparently, while sometimes they fight and dealing with these creatures here, it's like he's making like those I want to be another boy lines thing, while she's like just going along with it, but obviously sarcastically. And they end up pretty much blowing up all these creatures, and they're right there. And end up pretty much. I'm saying they might have a fight, but obviously Deadpool down there's like, you're all invited to the wedding.
Yeah.
And that's it pretty much. So overall, it was really enjoyable. This whole book was, little comic was.
I was very spoiled in this.
Yeah, well,
I'm still gonna read it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, it was really good, really, because I really recommend this still. It's a 10 out of 10, so I really recommend you pick this up wherever you can, especially this cover. It's a very.
We talked about this in our one of our videos of our show and tells. We both bought this, and I even pointed out in the video that we did that I point out like all the characters in there. So go check that one out to see that whole thing.
Yes. So, yeah, I just really love this cover very much.
Yes.
So I recommend you pick this up and this cover.
Same here. I think there's like another issue coming out, right? Of that?
I'm not sure yet, but
all right.
We'll still. Well, if it does, you'll probably find out eventually somehow.
Well, we'll probably like if it is a thing, we'll pick it up.
Yeah.
And remember, check out that video because I saw these copies at our bookstore, our comic book shop, and I was like, we had to get these.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did that. So yeah, let us know if you read these and if you liked them. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, hi, welcome. You are more than welcome to join the community. All you have to do is just subscribe. And also check out the Instagram. We post every other day. It is great. We love what we do there. That's really been where we've really been kicking off. But we want to kick it off here too. We've been getting a lot of subscribers the last couple of days, so it has been awesome. So if you guys would like to get to the goal of 100 for this year and 150 for the Instagram followers, just follow and subscribe, and we'll love to have you guys keep coming. And also don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss a video, whatever we do. And we hope you enjoyed. Again, let us know in the comments down below which one you read or which one you're interested in reading or which one you just like out of them. I personally love this, and I cannot wait to read this. And we still got more comics to do. We're probably going to do another one probably Saturday, which will be my turn to do a big boy book, a very big one. But yeah, or if something comes up, we'll let you guys know. We will always keep you in the loop for all things Marvel. And with that being said, our fellow Marvel fam, take care. Do not forget to like and subscribe and follow. And we will see you on the next one. Excelsior.
Enough said.